Dear students, today our topic is family planning method. In that we will see today hormonal contraceptives. So coming to classification of hormonal contraceptives, so we will see one by one. Under hormonal contraceptives, mainly we are having two types: oral pills and depot preparations. Under oral pills, again we are dividing into four. First one is combined pills, second is progesterone only pills, then third is only a month pills, then fourth is male pills. So this is about oral pills. Then coming to the next method of hormonal contraceptives, in that first one is injectable subdermal implants, then third is vaginal rings. So this is the main classification of hormonal contraceptives. So we will see here one by one. Coming to oral pills. So first one is combined pills. So in combined pills means, what is meant by combined pills? So there is a combination of one or two more hormone pills, that is combined pills. So here in early 1960s, estrogen and progesterone both are combined, that tablets were distributed. So that tablet were high dose, so 100 to 200 microgram and of estrogen and 10 milligram of progesterone. So it was very high dose, so it had the greater side effects. So nowadays estrogen and progesterone has a low dose, that is 30 to 35 microgram, and progesterone is 0.05 to 0.15 milligram. So this is using nowadays. So it should be taken 5th to 25th day of menstrual cycle. The tablet should be taken at the time of 5th to 25th day of menstrual cycle, followed by a break of 7 days. Failure rate is 0.1 per 100 women in years. Then coming to main types, there are two main types, Mala D and Mala N, which is given by the government. Or Mala D, that is combination of levonorgestrel 0.15 milligram plus ethinyl estradiol, that is EE 0.03 milligram, packet of 28 tablets. The Mala D contains 28 tablets. Among 28 tablets, 21 are white in color and remaining 7 are brown in color, which containing ferrous fumarate. Then Mala N, the same combination, that is levonorgestrel 0.15 mg plus ethinyl estradiol, that is 0.03 mg. Packet of 28 tablets will be there. This is free of cost, supplied by Government of India. And mechanism of actions: prevent ovulation and prevents implantation of ovum and make cervical secretions thick, which will prevent the entry of sperm. Then effectiveness: this is 100% effective if taken correctly. Second pill is progesterone only pills. So it called mini pills or micro pill. So composition is low dosage of progesterone, mainly norgestrel 0.075 milligram. Dosage 1 tablet daily throughout the menstrual cycle. It is mainly given in older women in whom combined pills are contraindication, as in cardiovascular disease. So for any contraindication, we are giving this mini or micro pills. Failure rate is 0.5 per 100 women in years. Efficacy, that is 96 to 98%. Mechanism of action of progesterone oral pills, that is makes cervical mucosa thick. Action starts in 2 to 4 hours, lasts for 24 hours. So same, cervical mucosa density will become thick, so due to that entry of sperm will be impossible. Then decrease the motility of fallopian tubes. So fallopian tube motility also will be decreased. Prevent pregnancy without preventing ovulation, as ovulation occurs in 20 to 30% women. Then suitable for lactating women, smokers above 35 years old, and estrogen sensitive women. So those who are all having sensitive to estrogen, they will suggest for this tablet. Then coming to just high risk of neoplasia in women taking this tablet than in women in combined pills. Poor control of cycle. So this is about the disadvantage of progesterone oral pills. Next we will see the types of progesterone only contraceptives. So first one is norethindrone 350 microgram. Then levonorgestrel 75 microgram. Then norgestrel 30 microgram. Ethinyledyl diacetate 500 microgram. Then desogestrel 75 microgram. So these are all the type of progesterone only pills. Then next, the third one is postcoital pills. So what is meant by postcoital? So after sexual intercourse, that is called a postcoital pills. So the types are levonorgestrel only combined form of mifepristone. So this is the drug of choice, and dosage is first tablet within 72 hours of intercourse. Then second tablet after 12 hours of first tablet. So you have to take like this. Then indication, contraceptive failures, in case of rape, unprotected intercourses. So failure rate is 2 per 100 women in years. Of action, hypermotility of fallopian tube. So due to hypermotility, there is a chance of failure to fertilization or failure to implantation. Then hypermotility of uterus, hence no implantation and no fertilization. Then coming to disadvantages, nausea and vomiting. Next period may start earlier or later. Do not protect against sexual transmitted disease or HIV. Then next pill is once a month pill. So once a month pill, that is long acting pills. In this method, a long acting estrogen, that is quinostrol plus short acting progesterone is given. So but the results are highly disappointing. So we are not at all practicing this once a month pill. Then coming to next, we will see about male pills. So far we have seen about the pills which will be taken by the females, but here we will see the male pills. The hormones which reduce sperm count tend to reduce testosterone levels. So it leads to affect the potency and libido. So mainly the male pills, so it will reduce the sperm count and reduce the testosterone level. Then the drug of choice is gossypol. So gossypol, which will be the cottonseed derivative and cause azoospermia and severe oligospermia. What is azoospermia? Maybe absence of sperm, or oligospermia means less amount of sperm. So it will cause the azoospermia or oligospermia, and it causes the toxic, and use of 6 months leads to complete sterility. So if the male is taking continuously 6 months this drug, means it leads to complete sterility. Then next we will see oral pills effects and contraindications. So we will see overall oral pills. So untoward effects with combination oral contraceptives. So untoward effects, that is cardiovascular effects. Under cardiovascular effects, hypertension in 5% users, and myocardial infarction also chance, and stroke, ischemic or hemorrhagic stroke, deep vein thrombosis, especially smokers more than 35 years, overweight and sedentary. Then cancers, maybe breast or hepatocellular or cervical cancer. Then endocrine and metabolic effects, impairs glucose tolerance and response to glucose change. Then breast tenderness, weight gain, headache and migraine, special infections like HIV and human papilloma virus. So these are all the untoward effects. And genitals, they should not take these oral pills. And history of venous thromboembolism, this patient also should not take. And vascular disease like CAD and CVD, those patient also should not take. Coronary artery disease or coronary vascular disease, that patient. Then liver disease, this viral hepatitis, cirrhosis, and pregnancy, congenital hyperlipidemia. So these patient absolutely they should not take this oral contraceptive pills. Then relative contraindications, age above 40 years they should not take, and smoking, age above 35 years they should not take, and hypertension, systemic blood pressure more than 160, and diastolic blood pressure less than 99. So this patient also should not take. And chronic renal disease, epilepsy, migraine, hyperlipidemia, that is LDL, those who are all having more than 160 they should not take. And diabetes mellitus with secondary complication, and infrequent bleeding, amenorrhea, these patients should not take this oral contraceptive pills. And next hormonal method of contraceptive is depot preparation. So we will see here in depot preparation. Under hormonal method of depot preparation, we are having three types. First one is injectable, second one is subdermal implants, third is vaginal rings. So here we will see in detail. Coming to injectable contraceptives, again we are having two classification, that is progesterone only injectable, then combined injectables. So under progesterone only injectables, we are having two types, DMPA, that is depot medroxyprogesterone acetate. Then second is NETEN, that is NET-N, in that norethindrone enanthate. So this is about the classification of injectable contraceptives. So progesterone only injectables. So here dose is 150 mg IM every 3 months. Ovulation. Then advantage, does not affect lactation, useful in postpartum period, can be used in the
multipara of age more than 35 years. So mainly it is very useful for the after delivery, that is postpartum period. Can be used in the multipara, those who are all having the child. So they can for them we can administer this injection, progesterone only injections. Then coming to NET-N, that is NETEN, dose is 200 mg IM every 2 months. Then both DMPA and NET-N are given in first 5 days of menstrual cycle.
they are given deep IM in gluteus maximum. So this is about DMPA and NET-AN. The new formulation of DMPA, so you can see at the right end of the picture, so you can see the image. Pre-filled single use syringe could be particularly, so already pre-filled injection is available. They contain a special formulation of DMPA called the DMPA SC, that is subcutaneous 104 milligram. Then short needle meant for subcutaneous injection. So for subcutaneous injection only short needle will be available. Then useful to provide DMPA in the community, so it is very candy and we can use in the community in a easy manner. Then injection by appropriately trained community health workers is safe, effective and acceptable. By using this we can use in a effective manner. Then a woman may have a repeat injection of DMPA up to 4 weeks late. Then the guidance for re-injection of NET-AN remains at up to 2 weeks late. Coming to side effect of injectable hormone injections. So first one is disruption of normal menses. Then amenorrhea, there may be the chance of absence of bleeding, absence of menstrual cycle. And contraindication to whom and all we should not give. Breast cancer patient we should not give this injection, and genital cancer and undiagnosed uterine bleeding and suspected malignancy and lactating women. So for these people you should not give this injection. Failure rate is 0.3 per 100 women in year. Next is subdermal implant. Here Norplant and Norplant R2 are available. So mainly here this is we are using for long term contraception. Has 6 capsules containing 35 mg of norgestrol. So you can look at the picture right side. So the picture shows that 6 capsules containing norgestrol, and down pictures it shows that implant is placed under the skin of arm. So under the skin of arm we are implanting. So by the surgical method we are doing this subdermal implant method. Disadvantage is surgical procedure is needed for this procedure. Then failure rate is 0.1 per 100 women in years. Next is the patch, that is Ortho-Evra. The Ortho-Evra patch is a thin and plastic patch that stick on the skin. You can look at the picture so you can able to understand. The sticky part of the patch contains the hormones, that is progesterone and estrogen. Same combination method of hormones are available in this patch. 3 weeks it should be applied and free of 1 week should be there. These hormones are absorbed continuously through the skin and into the bloodstream. Then last method is vaginal ring. The vaginal ring which will be implanted intravaginally. So you can look at this picture, the ring, this is called vaginal ring. So it inhibits the ovulation, and cycle control also will be good, and it is a non-latex. The progesterone is absorbed slowly through the vaginal mucosa and it acts against the fertility. Then we can store this vaginal rings up to 2 to 8 degrees, and if room temperature is there means we can store it at 4 to 12 degrees. Then Nuva ring is 98% effective when used correctly. So Nuva ring is nothing, it is a trade name of vaginal ring. The effectiveness of the vaginal ring is overall perfect use. Failure rate is 0.3%.